Let's get into it. Welcome back to another deeper dive session. Here we channel messages from ascended masters, and then we do a deeper dive into what that message was about, right? Today we channeled White Eagle, and he reminds us of our ancestral spirit. Here's the message. The first one I got, access. Access to all that you can imagine is available to you beyond the veil of what you consider to be reality. Karmic debt and wounds can be cleared when one sets the intention to do the inner work and consult their higher power. Ancestors work as guides to protect you and assist in navigating and dismantling blockages. This work may not be easy, but it is ever rewarding. Understand that you were specifically chosen and are being celebrated for your works. Here's the kicker. When one is chosen for battle, they are selected for the inner strength that they possess in relation to their opponent. So too, you are selected for the inner strength that you possess. This allows you to remain undefeated. Mind blown, as usual, right? Here's the thing. Before we reincarnate into this lifetime, the lessons that we learn have already been decided. We chose these lessons. We chose the players in these lessons, right? We're all playing a specific role. Explain it, analogy. You have a person, you guys have this really bad breakup, right? But during that breakup, you go through a spiritual awakening. That person goes through some other lesson that they chose to learn through this one situation, this one connection and break, right? And so the two of you guys chose each other to play these roles in one another's life to learn different lessons through that situation, okay? So to then, you have to look at it like, when you meet again in a different lifetime, you can now thank each other. You can now thank each other for the lessons that you learned, for the role that you played in each other's life, okay? And so too, that's how forgiveness works, right? We can look at people and understand like, wow, okay, rather than being upset, rather than holding on to anger, we can navigate these things by understanding what was this supposed to trigger? Sit with that and say, what was I supposed to learn from this? Why did I choose this lesson, right? And if we find that we're running into the same issues or running into the same types of relationships per se, because I use that analogy, right? Now we have to sit with that and say, okay, I'm not trying to learn this lesson no more. What did I miss? Let's break it down. And we need to look within rather than trying to look what everybody else is doing to us. Look within and we ask ourselves, why am I choosing this type of individual? What within me is allowing me to do this, okay? Second, when they talk about this strength that we possess, this inner strength, oftentimes, right, as we go through life and we get bogged down with bills and, people and all the crazy interactions that we have, right, we forget our power. We literally forget our power and we look for all this validation outside of us. But when we hit these roadblocks, these blockages, what we need to ask ourselves is like, okay, it's not going to take me out. How do I navigate this? And then we consult our higher power and say, okay, spirit, right? That's when we tap in. That's when we ground. That's when we meditate. And we consult our higher selves. We ask for our ancestral guides to help guide us, right? Because that is literally what they're there to do. And then we get through it and we push and we can navigate it detached from the outcome, detached from what's happening. I don't care if you just lost your job. While there might be that initial grief or maybe initial panic because it's a stir to your stability, the reality of it is we need to know that the universe one is always working in our favor. And when we understand the interaction, how things work, we can take a step back and say, okay, what did I want this to trigger within me going through this lesson? What was I supposed to learn here? It's almost as if we set these milestones throughout our life to happen, right? And they don't all have to be traumatic, okay? But we set these milestones of lessons throughout our lifetime. So then it can remind us of certain things. It can help us reach the end goal of enlightenment, okay? I hope this is helpful to you. And when it's, just the whole thing about the inner strength, right? You think of it as a leg of a race and they say, okay, no, you are the perfect opponent to this blockage, the perfect opponent to this karmic debt because of the inner strength that sometimes I truly believe we forget that we have but we ultimately possess, right? We possess. So yeah, let me know. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. We can definitely go even deeper if you would like, right? We talk about things like this. We do collective guidance like this and so much more in our Discord. We'd love to help you. We'd love to have you join our family and assist you on your spiritual journey, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all on this journey of learning more about ourselves, learning more about how to connect with our team, right? And how we can best utilize looking within to find the answers to all of life's issues, okay? I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. Talk to you soon.